Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hey, guys. Hi from Tampa. Hey, guys. So this is the first time I've ever went live, so I'm super nervous. I'll just throw that out there. Hey. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. So this is probably going to be a kind of short live. I just wanted to jump on and try everything out. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear me once I get my machines running. I'm going to try to just run one right now just to test things out for you guys. Hi from Montana, Texas, Canada. Welcome, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by today. All right. Good afternoon. It's almost afternoon here. It's right before noon. All right, guys, I've got a jacket here. I'm going to get hooped up and get the machine started, and then I'll show you what else I'm working on today. I use my fast frames. I know you guys have seen me watch or use those before. My little sewing clips. Double check the name. Moment of truth. Are you guys gonna be able to hear me? Oh, Sam Sterling Styles. Hi. Hi, Shayna. Oh, and there's Kelly Embroidery News. Hello. Northern California. So many people. Thanks so much, guys, for jumping on today. Hi, Leslie. Yes, StreamYard seems pretty cool. I'm kind of nervous, but I don't have that 1,000 subscribers to use my phone otherwise yet, and my computer, I tested it and it was terrible quality. So, and you couldn't even hear me at all. Can you guys hear me with my machine running or no? Yes, no editing. I'm not the best at editing yet either. I'm a work in progress on that. All right. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I don't want to get too many of the machines going because I'm afraid you won't be able to. I just finished the unicorn shirt. I do so many of these. Nice part about those unicorn ones is they're only two fabrics, so you trim them. They do take a while to stitch out, but I can just let them stitch and focus on the other machines, so that's kind of nice. You can barely hear the machines. That's awesome. That was my biggest worry with going live is the machines. That and my internet, I don't have the best. So many people watching. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Oh, my pets are not supposed to be in here, and we have a cat in here right now, so. shirts going. They take forever. Now my dog's barking in the other room. All right. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Yes, that's right. I love them. Huge pile of them. I think I have 12 of the 6x6 size because I use so many. And I like to just make a bunch of them up at once and then do them all again once I use them all. Canned air. That's kind of genius. I don't mind if they like come and lay on my chair, but I really don't want them in here otherwise. So I don't want to risk having pet hair on anything. Did Danny get a new machine? I watch her and I haven't, maybe I need to check in on her channel. I haven't seen that she got a new machine yet. Hi guys. So is everyone else working today? What are you guys working on? That's so exciting. I'm excited for her. I kind of wondered if she was getting something on one of her last channel or last videos. She kind of hinted maybe, but that's so exciting. Yes, getting your first multi-needle is a huge step up. So fun. The fast frames that I do the names on, I save them and I just keep reusing it until there's no tearaway left. When I do the designs, though, it uses up most of the tearaway, so I replace that. A whole stack of these shirts to trim. Catch back up here. Crocheting right now, babies are napping. Yes, this is actually about the time my daughter usually goes down for a nap, but my husband has her at his parents' right now. Enjoy having lives to watch and listen. Yes, I was watching someone's like a replay of a live just a little bit ago. It just keeps me motivated. How long have you been embroidering? I got my first single needle machine. It was actually not, it was a Brother PE 700. So I know a lot of people talk about the 770s and the 800s. I have the one way before that even. I got that one in 2011. So that'd be 10 years. And then I got my first multi-needle, like, it was in 2013, but it was like a year and 4 months later. And actually that, my old 6 needle here was my first multi-needle. Yes, I just posted that packing video this morning. Just got machine a few weeks ago, and I just got an order to embroider visors for a softball team. Not sure how to do it or how much to charge. What kind of machine do you have? Is it Minerva Montes? And I'll just say I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing anyone's names incorrectly. Personalized face mask for wedding. That's interesting. First machine was a PE 500, and I learned from Pam's videos. Yes, that's what I've heard from so many people as they got started watching Pam's videos. I was completely self-taught. Like, there were Facebook groups. I mean, there was maybe YouTube back then, but I didn't know anything about it. So I kind of just taught myself in Google, and I messed up a lot of stuff learning. But that's how you learn. What did I sell with my first machine? So I actually started my Etsy shop at the beginning of 2011, and I was making just like baby blankets then. I didn't even embroider. I got the PE 700 with the intention of just adding names to them. And then I quickly found that people wanted shirts. So like birthday shirts, like big sister, big brother shirts, sports sibling kids shirts. That's really what I got started with. And then and at the time I was working as a registered nurse myself. And then a year or two later, I made just a zip up fleece jacket for myself. And I got a bunch of orders off of that, just making it for myself and wearing it. And then, so I added it to my Etsy shop. And then I started getting a ton of orders for those. And that's when I actually branched out and opened a second Etsy shop to sell those separately for my kids' items. Yeah, yeah, Pam. I don't remember there being anyone on YouTube back years ago doing embroidery. Like I said, maybe that's just me not looking too, but lots of hair bows, lots of tutus. But I don't remember being able to watch anyone doing embroidery. Like I said, there was a couple Facebook groups, and I picked up a lot of stuff from there, but kind of just played with it until I figured out how it ran and what I was doing. You got a Brother PR 670, and you're wanting to do visors. I do not have like the actual hat hoops for the Brother machines. And I don't know if you could, I don't know if you can use the cap drivers on those anyways. I personally, if I was doing it, I would probably do them flat on fast frames or floating on a hoop. But as far as pricing, I don't know what the going price for those type of hats are. If you're doing an actual logo though, make sure that you're having it specifically digitized for a cap. How it stitches out is different than if you were having it like digitized to put on a logo on a jacket. Etsy success story. Yes. So I mean, I've obviously worked hard, but I will say starting Etsy now is a whole different ball game than when I started in 2011. You watch Carly Bell. I've heard of her. I've never actually watched hers. I probably should. And there's a lady named Carol Brook who makes hat hoops for different machines. Yeah, so I don't know about like an actual visor. I'm afraid you just wouldn't have much room, and I don't know how you'd hoop that other than hooping it like flat. I just posted a video a couple weeks ago. I use this Durkee hat hoop for my baseball caps, but you really can only do unstructured hats. Like the ones that are structured, that are super like stiff there in the front, you'll want an actual like cap driver for, and I don't have that. But I use this for anything that's flexible, and I only do monograms on caps. I don't do logos. I actually do very little true like business logo work anyways. It's just, it can be profitable, but it doesn't interest me. And we have several like local places that do a lot of that. So I kind of just feel like, you know, that's what they specialize in. They can have that business. There's enough to go around for all of us. Marissa, I bought the Durkee hat frame because of you, and it works great. I'm so glad that that works. Like I said, I've had mine for years. I don't do a ton with it, but it's super helpful, super easy for those unstructured caps. That I only monogram them. I don't do actual design. Hi from Canada. Carol Broom. Okay. That's what I was thinking was floating. It is going to be a number on the right side. Kelly, I have at EmbroideryOrders says I have the Durkee hat hoop and Rycoma's fancy hat driver and still haven't tried one. The Durkee one's actually really easy. If you like fast frames, it's about the same thing. It just has the like lip thing to put your brim of your cap under, and it holds it down on sticky stabilizer just like you would most people use on fast frames. But yeah, those cap drivers intimidate me. I still haven't tried it. That would, I mean, floating would be my suggestion on those, especially if you're just doing a number. I would definitely just float. And pricing, I know that's kind of controversial. A lot of what I hear people doing is like a flat hooping fee plus so many like I think it's $1 per 1,000 stitches after your flat hooping fee. So you'd charge a $5 or $10 hooping fee, and then you'd add however many dollars per 1,000 stitches. I don't, like I said, I don't do a lot of logo stuff or things like that, so I don't use that method to calculate my own prices. You bought a ton of trucker hats with the cute ponytail holes, and it's still on your bucket list to attempt. Yes, those are so adorable. I've never bought those before. Let me know how you like them. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining us. Yes. I've been wanting to go live for a while, but I needed to figure out how to do so on my phone because my like actual internet on my computers is not going to be strong enough to do lives. We live kind of in the middle of nowhere, and our internet's not great. Like the videos I upload to YouTube, like they take 12 to 15 hours sometimes to upload. Yes, sunset stitches and home crafts. The key is don't forget to charge an hourly fee for your own work. Absolutely. Figure out what you need to be making an hour and make sure you are charging that, if not more than that, because by the time you take into account, you know, taxes and all the other fees, and you want to make sure you're making a profit for your time. Jessica, I won't see how many hats I tore up trying on my flatbed machine. Yeah, I didn't. I think I did maybe one floating on my flatbed, and I did not really start doing them till I got my multi-needle. I think maybe even Durkee offers a flatbed type like version of that hoop. I'm not sure, but I do know some people that, yeah, there's someone out there that sells like, it's almost like an insert that fits down into your hoop for flatbed machines. I don't know what they're called. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Does Durkee sell one of those? That's driving me cuckoo. Yeah, I keep hearing how profitable they can be, but they're just not for me. Like I said, there's enough business to go around. I keep busy with other stuff, and I'm not going to do something I'm not comfortable with, for one, and two, that I don't really enjoy doing. So another birthday shirt, gonna go get this one started. I'm just trying to read comments as I go. I got my iPad out so I could read them like on a separate device, and then it wasn't charged. So it's taking, I've been charging it for like 2 hours and it's at like 12%. So I actually don't have any more files set up to even start the other machines, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these trimmed and heat prep. Anyone else use their scissors multiple times a day? I have 4 of these pairs of scissors, and I can only find 2 right now. Tiny, almost insignificant tips is if you're trimming stuff like at Stable or wherever, get like a teeny tiny little trash can, keep on here, and that way your stuff's not getting everywhere. That's helped me stay like in my workspace nice and clean. Like in here to clip them on. Yes. I've also heard people like clip them or lanyard them to their machine. Seriously, I don't know how many of these I've replaced over the years. Usually they end up getting replaced because, not because they wear out, but because I can't find them. So I'm down to 2. I had all 4 of them last week. I tracked them all down. I don't know where they are. I'm pretty sure they end up going in the trash at some point without me noticing. Shayna, next time if your iPad is charged, your phone can be a camera and your iPad can be the second camera. Yes, I was thinking that I could do that. I could show both kind of areas where I work. That's the cool thing about this StreamYard app. I'm like, Angela, I'm always losing my applique scissors and regular scissors. Yeah, I think that just comes with the territory. I think we all misplace them frequently. Like I said, I seriously don't know where those other two are. Should also probably clean off my desk. I'd probably find them there. Did she find her AirPod the other day? I missed the first half of the live and I didn't go back and watch it. I didn't check out her stories, I guess. She bought a pair and a case with markers attached. That's pretty genius. I need to get something like that. I actually use an Android phone. I don't know if there's maybe a Samsung version of like AirPods. I think there is. That would probably be better for going live than like I said, I'm afraid when I get all three of these going, you won't be able to hear me. I know when I try to record with all three going, I get pretty muffled. Ear tags, yes. Do you mix vinyl and fabric? Yes, I do. These actually, when I first started making them, I used white. Let's see. White glitter vinyl for these, and then I found this white fabric, glitter fabric at Hobby Lobby. It's so much easier to use, but I have a whole entire bin of, this is all heat transfer vinyl, and I do use that in my appliques as well. And then I've got a whole drawer of like embroidery vinyl too. I like the finished look of it, but I don't like having to use it. Like I prefer to iron it down, like it's a lot of pressure with my iron before doing satin stitch. So I don't like using it, but I like the finished look. Bye, Kelly, embroidery nurse. Thanks for stopping by. Marissa, I use Raycon earplugs and they work fine and affordable. Okay, I'll check those out. Jessica, I have a whole drawer of HTV. I have a whole drawer of HTV scraps even, like pieces I've just cut off and then not used all of. Like the unicorn, like hearts and flowers and stuff. I keep all these little bitty pieces for. Got a whole drawer of those too. Good morning, Busy Bee. You've offered all your craft foam and felt to little Alicia Co. You never use it. Yeah, I saw in her last video she's gonna start using that type stuff to do little party hats. That's such a cute little idea and such a cute add-on. Where do I buy my HTV? It is, I might have to look it up. I think it's like Heat Transfer Warehouse. That's all like this Caesar glitter that I use. I know you can get the same stuff through Stalls too. Hey, my name's Ashley, so you can just call me Ashley. Hey, Tammy. That's why I put my name at the end. I figure if I put just my business name, people wouldn't know my name. And I'm, like I said, just Ashley. It's fine. Does anyone else go through their orders and pull out and do all the same of one design all at once just to try to be more efficient? Seriously, that's why I have a huge stack of these. Absolutely love your work, Ashley. Love your patience. Oh, thank you. You have a lot of machines. I have 3 multi-needles. I would love to get another one, but that's probably my max at being efficient at keeping them all going. Thought about adding a 4th, but I'm worried that it wouldn't help me be more productive. But I don't know. Still something I'm thinking about. Yes, definitely much more efficient to do all of them at the same time. And I'm trying to get all of my orders done, like everything that's supposed to ship this week and next week done, so I can take some time off next week. We're not going anywhere like having a vacation or anything like we wanted, but we're at least going to take some time off when my husband's on vacation next week. There's 6 of those. I'm going to need some more cloud cover. So I recently bought this. It's like a huge roll of cloud cover, or similar to Tender Touch, from All Stitch. And I bought this huge massive roll because it's much more cost effective to buy in bulk than it is to buy like the small actual Tender Touch brand from Joann's. Although that is pretty reasonable if you use coupons, but I actually really like this stuff. I've tried their stuff before and I was kind of just undecided on it, but it's been working really well. So this is a 28-inch roll. And then this way I can cut it kind of in the sizes that I need. I'm cutting these about 9 by 9. Well, with it being 28 inches, it's not going to be exact. There's 6 pieces. I thought there were more. Nope, just the 3 machines for now. Bye, Minerva. Suzanne, question, how did you get started with the doctor's office, etc., that you do all the jackets for? So I'm actually a nurse myself, a registered nurse, and I got started, I made one just single stethoscope, and it had like a monogram in it for myself to wear, just because I was already doing embroidery on the side for kids. So I made myself one, and it got a lot of attention, just by, well, I worked at a doctor's office, so I didn't have a lot of other coworker nurses, but a lot of patients were seeing it and asking me about it and things like that. So since it seemed like a lot of people were interested, I went ahead and added those to my Etsy shop, and it just kind of grew from there. And that's when I split those into a second Etsy shop. Kathy, with all your machines running, do they flip a breaker? I've actually never had that happen. We kind of custom built this room though. When we moved into this house, it'll be 3 years this summer. This basement area was complete blank slate. It was concrete, floors and walls. There was nothing down here. So we upgraded our electric panel, and my room is on its own dedicated breaker, and then the outlet where my heat press sits, heat press and iron is on its own breaker, separate from the rest of the room even, and then the lights are on a third. So we went overboard with that, but wanted to make sure we didn't flip anything. Marissa, do you use black stabilizer and black bobbins with black items? I do not. Tammy, your mom is a retired nurse and your niece is a nurse. That's awesome. Yes, nursing is an awesome field to go into. I was a nurse for, well, I'm still a nurse, I guess, technically. I was a nurse for 7 or 8 years before I started doing this full time. So I no longer work as a registered nurse anymore. Just do my business now. It was to the point where I was basically working 2 full-time jobs. I was working as a nurse, and then I was coming home and putting in full-time hours with my business. And once my husband and I got married, we decided that, and I could be on his insurance, we decided that it really wasn't worth it for me to continue working. And like I said, basically doing 2 full-time jobs. Those last couple of years, the only reason I had been working a part-time nursing job was to carry benefits and insurance. It is a very, very tough job, and I can't even, I mean, I can somewhat imagine, but like, I don't even think I can imagine how tough this past year's probably been on them. On nurses in general. And I mean, any healthcare worker, honestly, not just nurses. got a whole stack of my Tender Touch now. So I don't have to cut it every time I have orders. I can just throw it in the stack. I actually still had a few left. Leslie says that her daughter-in-law is an RN for helicopter service and an RN. Yeah, that's amazing. I actually started in the ER, but that was not a job for me. Suzanne is a retired teacher, which I could do all day long, but not nursing. Respect all you well greatly for what you do, and did. Yes, nurses deserve everything. Last week, because the 6th was the start of Nurses Week, so we've been crazy busy with orders. So many people are ordering their loved ones like nursing type things as thank you gifts, and it's just great to see how many people are actually giving their appreciation. And your niece is married to a nurse, and he's really good to her. Yes. And then Jessica says she was doing surgical tech, and now I'm going for RT. Yes, any medical field it's a great thing to get into. Alejandra, is that how you pronounce your name? Maybe you already mentioned, but how big is your office or work area? So when we were designing this, it was going to be a lot bigger than it was, and then everything kept coming up with the design, and I got moved into a much smaller room than we initially thought. I think it ended up being, it's 14 inches wide by, I think it's 16 inches, or not inches, oh my goodness, feet, 14 feet wide, and I think 16 inches long. And then I have a closet that runs the 14 as well, and it's 4 foot deep. So it runs the whole side of the room. Tammy, yes, ER is wild. It is not for everyone. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm Alejandra, correct? Like I said, I feel terrible if I mispronounce people's names. All right. So I've actually got a bunch done already this morning. I got all these jackets done just this morning already. So I need to get all these trims packed and shipped. And then I still have like, I think it's like 90 things left to stitch. That I'm going to try to get done today and then all day tomorrow as well. So on that note, I think I'm going to, did you start with a multi-needle, Busy Bee? No, I started with 10 years ago with a Brother PE 700. So I know a lot of people start nowadays with a 770 or 800. I started with the one way even before that. It was a 700. It doesn't even take a USB. It had to be directly connected to computer, which is why I do that with all these. I'm just so used to it. And then this old PR 600 here off to the side, that was my first multi-needle, and I bought it pre-owned, but from a dealer to get started. Suzanne, do you primarily do all the embroidery by yourself? I usually see just you in your videos. Yes, I do 99.99% of it myself. My husband can run the machines. He occasionally does. So where he works, some of his coworkers ask for the logo to be put on like jackets or stuff. So sometimes I make him do that if he brings them home. So he can run them, but he doesn't. It's just me usually. All right, guys. So I do not have any of my files set up to run more jackets. And like I said, I've got this whole stack I need to trim, and then like 90 more things to embroider so I can take next week off. So I'm going to go ahead and get off for today. I just want to say thank you so much for everyone stopping in today for my first live. I hope this was helpful. It's so fun talking to you guys and actually interacting. I know it's completely different than actual videos and comments on regular videos. But again, guys, thanks so much. And I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.